Yeah. So we're gonna watch this. This is funny. This is really funny. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Good. Good. You guys see it. You guys see it. No. No. Wait. The Paul Saladino. Yeah. Right here. Right here.
Hello guys, today we're
Yeah.
reviewing what Paul Saladino actually eats in a day. I realized I've never actually covered this. Let's do it.
What's up, guys? I'm going
What's
to show
up?
you what I eat in a day
What's
in
up, G?
October of
Oh.
2024. I basically still eat an animal-based diet. It's meat, it's organs, it's fruit, it's honey, it's raw dairy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you definitely should remove the fruit and honey for sure.
Why? Why? Where's your reference? We're gonna be showing all the references after this 30-minute yapping. Okay. Wh- Where's your source? Where's your source for that? Honey actually has beneficial effects on your blood sugar. I drank tea with honey once, and my energy was fine. It wasn't terrible.
Be careful with the organs, especially the ones very high
Why?
in metals like copper. Be a little bit wary of that.
Yeah, don't do too much copper.
The dairy is a plus or
Maybe.
minus. I would definitely get rid of the milk, a little bit of raw cheese, whatever, a little bit of, butter is good. Milk be a bit careful with that. Limit that to 12 ounces a day. Really, the full elimination diet of just the
Okay,
meat is
I'm
really
gonna be yeah. So fructose, like he ate like a ton of fruit sugar and sugar from milk and all that. He says this is fructose, right? Fructose, too much fructose on the liver is terrible. It leads to your it leads to liver damage actually. Well, we're gonna show you that after this 30-minute yapping. And yeah, yeah, we're gonna be showing how fruit sugar and milk sugar, these types are very different when it comes to white sugar, brown sugar, corn syrup.
what's going to cure the gut issues, the autoimmune issues, etc.
Hey, it's your Gel Skin. Help brighten and smooth my
That's
skin with new
these
CeraVe Skin
ads.
Renewing Vitamin C
The
Serum.
ad.
And of course, your metabolic state will be more optimal.
To be helpful as a blueprint, and you can add or subtract from it based
Subtract
on
the
what
fruits and
works
honey.
for you. In case you're not familiar with my stuff, I'm a board-certified medical doctor. I spend most of my time in Costa Rica. I make free educational content because I feel like the mainstream medical system is not telling people how powerful changing the quality of the foods in your diet can be for your
True.
health. More muscle mass, better libido, better sleep, weight loss,
Mhm.
reversing
Yep.
autoimmune disease like
Yep.
I had
Again, we want fat loss, not weight loss in most cases.
eczema, changing the quality of my diet, totally reversed my eczema. I think these things are not talked about by medicine, so that
Which you initially did with only meat.
You don't need to lose weight. Like, okay, if you wanna like look smaller, yeah. Fat burning, fat burning is what you really need.
By the way.
That man, like it's a curse from Allah. The
Carbohydrates as an adult, especially. Why would you do that?
actually been to this farm.
I've been consuming carbs my entire life. Yeah, it's just dumb.
They're incredible people. I've milked the goats there. I've seen the goats. They take really great care of their goats. So I have raw goat milk from the farm. I add
Again, depending on your genetics, perhaps you have pastoral genes. You can have like 8 to 12 ounces, a cup of raw milk a day. It's okay. Ooh,
some glyphosate-free honey.
Great.
And
so that's just
Honey is a
pure
healing. Alhamdulillah.
fructose and glucose you're
Hope
adding
he comes to Islam if he hasn't.
into the already sweet milk.
And remember, we don't
I
judge
add
by
about-
You
appearance.
add in creatine. If you would just eat muscle meat, you'd have enough creatine.
5 grams of creatine. I might have a little bit of watermelon juice before I
Ooh, that's a lot of glycation. Wow, we're already how many carbohydrates are we up to already? Okay, the milk already probably had roughly 30 grams of lactose.
Oh,
Added
this
in a
is
lot of honey.
fructose, man.
Might have been up to maybe 70, 80 grams of sugar.
Guys, we're just gonna watch this entire video and we're gonna show you how he's wrong. We're gonna quote references here.
This,
go surf, but that is pretty much it.
oh
I'm
wow,
in the
that could be another 60 grams, 70 grams. We might be at definitely over 100 grams of sugar already. Wow.
Nothing
car,
wrong
Wow.
with
I'm
it.
in the ocean. I try to be in the ocean by 6 a.m. I'll surf for a couple
Great
of hours,
diet.
and then I come back and eat breakfast. After I get home from surfing, hopefully I caught a few waves. I'll make scrambled eggs, avocado, mango slices.
And get rid of the avocado, mango. Wow, more sugar. Oh my.
Why? Why would you get rid of the avocado? Like, do you have any evidence? Wow, what a shocker.
Wait, is that another glass of watermelon?
And some watermelon juice, which I make myself.
Wow, that's a huge glass. Wow, we're up to like
Don't listen to FaceIQ. He doesn't quote any references.
200 grams of sugar, most of which being fructose. Wow. Wow, this guy really took a turn. I've not seen this video before. Not that I recall. Wow.
But there's a secret to the scrambled eggs.
I know he ate a lot of sugar with Will Tennyson, but I think this video is more recent. I didn't know he was eating this much sugar. Oh my goodness.
So I've been trying
Plant, 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 small portion of animal foods. This is a plant sugar-based diet.
to perfect the scrambled eggs. Maybe
What? Plant sugar based diet. Okay, so what?
you'll disagree with my methods.
Yeah, raw yolks, cooked whites. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that's good. No issue with that.
Is that ghost?
Yeah, the whites have avidin, trypsin inhibitors. You cook those out, raise the protein bioavailability, add in the yolks, which have the micronutrients raw. Good idea, of course.
I just like runny eggs. So I thought, why not just add the
Yeah.
yolks to the side of the shell, which is rare but possible. Yolks, you don't really need to be concerned about this. If those are on the outside of the shell, which is rare but possible,
He's talking
if
about
the yolk
salmonella.
membrane is still intact, it hasn't actually touched the outside of the shell, and the chance of contamination is very, very low. If you're really worried about that stuff, fine. Cook your yolks too, but I feel fine just cooking the
Wow, his renal cycle is chronically elevated to high extents. Lots of fat and carbohydrate, lots of fructose, which of course, that's metabolized differently, and that's its own issue.
I don't know what it
Very
means.
glycating.
I don't
whites
know.
and eating the yolks raw.
I don't know what
Just
he's
kind of
talking
mix in
about.
there, or I just heat them a very small amount. So I'm trying to get the fluffiest scrambled eggs with the most amount of nutrients in the
Okay.
yolks that haven't been heated. That's just how I do it. You guys decide if you like
It's
it that
it's
way.
good. I
I
mean,
try to-
listen, the eggs, some people do pretty well with them. They can cause some issues in some people. It's not our adapted to diet, which is just the red meat, obviously. They're healthy though. They're nutritious. They have fat and protein. But wow, I am surprised. I did not expect this much sugar.
Make the scrambled eggs as good as possible. The other
Insane.
thing to think about
Nothing
when you
wrong
eat
with it.
eggs is that if you want to just eat the yolk
Nothing
raw,
wrong
you
with
can,
it.
but don't eat the whites raw. Egg whites contain a compound
Yes.
called avidin, which binds biotin.
I've heard
They
of
also have trypsin inhibitors. They actually have a lot of
Their study on
anti-nutrients,
it.
the whites raw.
Biotin is something you need for hair, skin, nails, overall health. You know,
Biotin is a water-soluble vitamin that serves as an essential coenzyme for 5-carboxylases in mammals. Biotin the yeah, insufficient. Wait, are they saying like carboxylus is like they bind to biotin and then the biotin is not going to be bioavailable? I don't get it.
40%
Yes,
of biotin is found in the yolk by eating white raw, so don't eat raw egg whites. I know bodybuilders did it.
But I get
though
it.
it's only a 27% binding rate
I don't
typically.
need to
So if you
worry
eat
about it.
4 raw eggs, you'd actually still get enough biotin. It's not actually a huge concern. Remember that avidin to biotin ratio per egg is 27% binding rate.
For years and years and years, but I think there's a better way. Sometimes people think avocado is a vegetable. Wrong. Avocado is
Nope.
a fruit.
Yeah, it's a fruit with oxalates, lots of mono and polyunsaturated fats.
Polyunsaturated. Okay, where's your source for that? Bro, it's literally monounsaturated. I mean, I've heard it's monounsaturated, like, and also oxalates. Are you eating the skin? Are you eating the skin? No, the answer is no. The answer is no, you're not going to be eating the skin. Pesticides are sprayed on skin, not on the fruit itself. Do you think it's going to go on the fruit?
Fat soluble vitamins such as A, D3, or K2. It has K1 in the plant version of vitamin E. It's complete garbage compared to animal fat. No point to have it.
Why do I make the distinction? Vegetables are the
It has vitamin E. It has vitamin E. It has a little bit of vitamin K. It has potassium. It has magnesium. What are you talking about? No point in having it. Dude, can't you just be grateful? Can't you be grateful? Honestly, the vitamin E, vitamin K. Let's look at the nutrition facts of avocados, right? Yeah. Let's look. Yeah, yeah. Avocados nutrients health line. Yeah. Yeah, folate, copper. He's lying. There's no point in having it. Vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin B2, B3, B5, B6. Man, I told you. What are you talking about? As you can see, avocados are exceptionally nutritious fruit and are a concentrated source of healthy fats and fiber, plus a number of vitamins and minerals. Fiber, they can actually protect against microplastics. You know, if you have too much microplastics exposure, they're gonna bind to that. Let me pull it. Fibers protect against microplastics. Yeah. Let's read this article. Microplastics have emerged as a significant food-related risk factor, posing potential threats to human health through dietary intake and the food chain. This review comprehensively analyzes the impact of microplastics as a novel food safety risk factor on human environment. No, we don't need to read that. Potential mechanisms of. Okay. We're gonna read from here. Absorption is regarded as a promising method for microplastics removal, as it aims to reduce the resistance time of microplastics in organisms and facilitate their expulsion. This method offers advantages such as high efficiency, low cost, and ease of operation. However, it also has limitations, including the potential saturation of adsorbents, the proper disposal of waste absorbents, and the selection of appropriate absorbents based on the types of pollutants in comparison to the drawbacks of absorption, the potential adverse effects of biodegradation on the human body appear to be greater, primarily due to the possibility of inducing changes in the intestinal microbiota and the production of harmful byproducts during the degradation. Therefore, adsorption is considered a more favorable approach for the removal of microplastics. DFs, a naturally occurring polysaccharide, are thought to have good adsorption properties and the ability to promote the. Let's see if this has actually something. No, it doesn't. Bro, okay, okay. The mechanism of. Okay, okay. It's right here. The network structure of DFs make it have the characteristics of physical adsorption so that it has a certain absorption capacity for nutrients metabolized. Yeah. There are dietary fibers. Here, they're quoting references. Diet is the main route of human exposure to microplastics. Studies have shown that microplastics accumulated in the gastrointestinal tract can cause or ag- aggravate gastrointestinal diseases by affecting the integrity of the intestinal barrier and the diversity and composition of the intestinal microbiota. In addition, intestinal ecological disorders are contrary to the effects of microplastics. Dietary fibers play several vital roles in the human gastrointestinal uh, tract, contributing to prevent disease and maintain gastrointestinal health. It achieves this by promoting the stability of the intestinal microbiota, repairing the intestinal barrier, and reducing the risk of colon cancer. One study showed that eating dietary fibers significantly reduced mucus thickness, intestinal change, fibrillation, protective bacterial translation. Yeah, reference here. Dietary fibers and its metabolites can also work together to enhance intestinal barrier function and improve intestinal permeability by increasing the abundance and growth of mucus-associated bacteria. These bacteria play an important role disease by the disease-causing substances such as dietary fibers. Dietary fibers and its metabolites can also work together to enhance intestinal barrier function and improve by increasing the growth of mucus-associated cancer-causing substances, such as yeah, can be referring to microplastics here. Dietary fiber. This is another reference. Dietary fibers can also be fermented by micro. I know this study. I know this. Dietary fibers can also be fermented by microbes in the colon to produce acetate, propionate, and butyrate, which are SCFAs, reducing the intestinal pH. Bro, I know. They're reviewing it, but like they're not talking about this potential. Okay, how about this? Oh, yeah, I think it's this potential associations of microplastics, dietary fiber, and intestinal microbiota with disease. Here they're reviewing this. Dietary fibers improve the intestinal microbiota structure of mice with liver fibrosis, increased bacterial disease, and firmicutes ratio, and inhibited liver and systemic inflammation to alleviate liver fibrosis in mice. Promotes In summary, microplastics cause in okay, okay. Here they're summarizing this. Microplastics can cause intestinal microbiota imbalance. Fermented dietary fiber promotes intestinal microecological homeostasis by regulating the composition of intestinal microbiota. Yeah, dietary fiber. It's regulating it. Two references which may lead to the occurrence of disease. This is how microplastics go into your heart, your brain, they're regulating it. So this means this has lower chance of microplastics going into your body and it goes out in the toilet. We're gonna go to the Paul Saladino video again. Yeah, this is honestly crazy. How many lies is this guy saying? He's also really arrogant.
Vegetables are
I have I have little to no respect for him.
the leaves, the stems, the roots, and the seeds of plants. They contain more defense chemicals. I'm not a huge fan of them.
Yes, the avocado still have oxalates, for example.
Some vegetables they do have oxalates, but if you cook them, I've heard, like I need to check this. If you cook them, the oxalates they're gonna be removed. Um, I've heard this, but overall, vegetables are good. They do contain some nutrients and antioxidants. Of course, not every nutrient, but they're good. They're good.
If you can
And if they're talking about oxalates that are in the skin of the vegetable that is not edible, don't listen to them. You just peel it off and don't eat it. Don't eat
tolerate
the skin. That's
vegetables,
it.
that's
Also, fruits still have fructose, which should be consumed very, very moderately.
Yeah, I'm going to be refuting you on that.
If you do have seasonal fruits, that's appropriate to an extent, but it should not be like this.
great. But for people like me and a lot of people with autoimmune disease or gut issues, cutting out or eliminating vegetables seems to help with those conditions.
Yes, you should remove vegetables from the diet.
Fruit, we know, has a much lower
No, you don't. No, you don't.
amounts of plant defense chemicals.
Yet they're still extant, though.
This is the whole idea of an animal-based diet or a carnivore diet. You guys know that I used to do a carnivore diet, have now transitioned to this type of eating.
Yes, you used to be eating lots of beef, and now you eat mostly sugar.
Why do I call it an animal-based diet? Because it is based
That does
around
not
animal
affect you.
food.
But 3 of 4 of your bowls are plants. You had a big sugar plant drink, then you have more plants, and then a small portion of eggs.
So
What have I had so far today? I've had animal milk, I've had goat milk, I've had
Then you had honey is not an animal product. It comes out of a bee. It essentially vomits it up, but it's not has no animal nutrition in it. So you had honey, you had lots of fruit juice, then you had more fruits. It's a fruitarian based diet essentially.
some eggs, and then I've added in some of the least toxic plant foods. You'll see
Least toxic, implying they're still toxic to an extent, which they are.
as I go through my day that I'm eating fruit and I'm eating meat and I'm eating animal foods. And that's basically how I compose my diet. The majority of my calories are coming
You don't consume calories. They have no resting mass. They're photons.
from animal food.
what, bro? He's really contradicting. Bro,
Foods, things like eggs,
yeah, that's for another video, I guess.
things like beef tallow, things like steak or meat, things like liver.
Also, if we were used to use the metric of calories, so far certainly most of your calories have not been from animal foods. Certainly not, if we were to use that flawed metric.
Yeah, let's just skip this part.
And things like milk
Let's just
or
ignore it.
yogurt and this kind of stuff. And then I'm adding in the least toxic plant foods for most people.
The casein proteins are not optimal. They're all inherently inflammatory to some extent, even the A2 casein proteins.
Huh?
You
should be getting all of your protein from meat, ideally.
Again, if you're thriving, don't change anything about your diet.
Wait, there was something wrong. Wait a minute.
Be getting all of your protein from meat, ideally.
Again, if you're thriving, don't change anything about your diet. A lot of
False. Some people report to be thriving with alcohol in the diets, etc. You can eventually
Alcohol, are you serious? How much?
You will face issues if you're not eating optimally.
People can tolerate vegetables, especially if they're fermented or well cooked, but
Who
for those of us
cares?
with
Don't
gut
eat them.
issues or autoimmune issues that seem to be recalcitrant, cutting those things out is a powerful tool. And a lot of doctors don't talk about this at all. So
Correct.
that's my breakfast. Next is lunch. Okay, so this is what my lunch usually looks like.
Good bread, good lunch, man.
Between
Apples, cheese.
breakfast
This
and
is
lunch,
apples. Okay, cheese,
I usually do research.
beef. This is a good
So, yeah.
breakfast.
Adds in some of
This is
the
healthy.
casein proteins. Dairy also has quite a bit of calcium, and certainly more than
Quite
you
a bit.
need as an adult.
Quite a
Why?
bit.
Why not just have a bigger portion of steak?
Podcasting.
This
Grateful for your food, yeah. This is what this is how someone with a bad heart looks like. You can instantly see it in his behavior. You can see it in his behavior.
garbage.
Oh, this is garbage. Where's your source? Bro? It's sugar. It's sugar. It's sugar. Your entire video is with zero references. Zero.
Garbage.
Thinking about social media content, creative stuff.
Yeah, chronic random cycle upregulation, glycation, systemic inflammation is a direct result of lots of fats and carbs together.
Eat lunch around noon or 1 p.m. during the day, and I'm usually going to eat something like
3 out of 5 are plant items. One of it's a very small portion of meat. Wow, he definitely is not getting enough heme iron compared to what we're adapted to have, especially with
Meat has a lot of heme iron. What are you talking about?
as well as B12. Certainly the
What?
heme iron
Cheese has B12. Beef has B12. What are you talking about?
is low though.
steak. It's grass-fed, grass-finished. Really like the Jacobson one. I don't have any
Yes, arsenic was found in all salt. Cadmium. It's exactly what I was talking about.
That's crazy though. This is insane.
affiliation
Lead, 96%. Yeah, salt is full of metals.
with that company. But if you look at the heavy metals in the Jacobson sea salt, they're pretty low. In contrast
Okay, it has less. It still has some. No point in having it.
to this.
What? Bro, like maybe it's a really little bit of a little amount. Yeah, lead is not healthy. Like it's heavy metal. It's not edible. But like if it's in really small amounts, I don't see it as an issue.
I used to use this sea salt, but I don't anymore. This actually has 553 parts per billion of lead, which is a significant amount. If you
Yeah, you're eating a lot of lead salt.
do the
You
math,
still are.
8 to 9 grams of that sea salt, the Celtic
Source? How do you know that?
sea salt will put you over the limit in California for your daily amount of
That's just someone's opinion, though.
lead. So know what the heavy metals are in your salt. Again, I have no affiliation with the Jacobson brand. I just was looking for a good brand of sea salt with very low levels of heavy metals. I'm also thinking about microplastics, but I was actually surprised, and I'll do a separate video on this, on the amount of metals in a lot of the sea salts we use. Another
It's interesting he's worried about that, but he's pouring so much fructose down his neck. It's interesting.
good one is the diamond kosher salt, which is not a sea salt. That one has essentially no heavy metals. Again, no
You have far bigger issues to worry about, Paul.
affiliation with any of those salt brands. So grass-fed, grass-finished, skirt steak, regeneratively raised, local
Looks
culture.
good, though.
We got some
Good meat.
Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, about 100 grams. I am going to do some fresh squeezed orange juice. I get all
It's going to cause glycation.
my produce from farmers markets here. It's all organic, or so they tell me, and I like to make my own orange juice. I don't worry about sugar in orange juice. I'm very active, and there's tons of research showing that orange juice, watermelon juice, grape juice, all the juices really improve endothelial function inside
No, so there's actually no experiments proving this.
of your blood vessels. They decrease lipid.
There are replacements. Here's what you see. It sounds like you may sound convincing. What you have to understand is that typically they're replacing Western foods with fruit juice, and then they see better outcomes. Of course, the outcomes still have confounders and are not actually experimental. But okay, you replace Coke with orange juice. and then you see a better outcome. It's like things like that.
Oxidation, they decrease DNA damage. So I'm getting fiber
But not all other variables are controlled for. You can't make that assertion though.
from, if I'm eating watermelon without the juice, I'm getting fiber from cucumber, I'm getting fiber from fruit that I'm eating.
Yeah, the best study we have on fiber, they took 63 participants with idiopathic constipation, bloody stool, etc. And they gave one group, 200% fiber, more fiber, the same fiber, 50% fiber, and then no fiber. The, roughly 14 individuals that were put on the no fiber diet completely resolved all of their issues. And this is pretty much the best and most interventional trial we have with fiber. And it shows that actually it is essentially most likely the root cause of all digestive issues.
Uh, what were they eating? Like, yeah, it can be like they ate candy afterwards. You don't know it. They're not showing you the full story, and also people's bodies are different.
Is the plant cellulose, as we do not have cellulase anymore to break down cellulose. And it's been marketed as some benefit, the fact we can't digest it and it's going through our system undigested as a benefit, but the best actual indication
Toppromo bij Colruyt.
shows that it's not.
Like this rambutan, mamoncino. I don't worry
Though fruit fiber is less grating than vegetable fiber.
about trying to do massive amounts of fiber in the day. I also don't necessarily fear it anymore. I eat a mix of fruit juice and fruit throughout the day. I get my carbohydrates also from honey, as you've seen.
Yeah, you don't need that. Your body will produce the exact amount you need with gluconeogenesis, which, by the way, that metabolic pathway is a strong indicator that you should let it do its thing, because it's always giving the perfect amount of blood glucose, not causing these advanced glycation end products in any significant amount that you will cause by eating the amount of sugar you eat, especially the fructose, very glycating.
And so I don't worry about orange juice. Obviously, scale the amount of carbohydrates in your diet to how active you
Just get fat adapted and let your body produce as much as it needs properly.
are. But I do not believe, and I will make this very clear, I do not believe there is any evidence that fruit or fruit juice contribute to insulin resistance or
Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack.
diabetes in any way, shape, or form in humans.
We don't really have much evidence for anything whatsoever in this entire space.
In fact, there is good evidence that watermelon juice and many of the fruit juices actually improve insulin sensitivity and improve
That's an immeasurable construct. There's no insulin sensitivity machine or something.
glucose tolerance.
I'm not knowledgeable about this, so I won't talk about it.
There's actually been
But
a study done where they gave people watermelon juice, interestingly enough, when they were doing a glucose tolerance test, and those patients' glucose tolerance actually improved.
there's actually a study on honey. It improves blood fasting glucose concentration. But I cannot find the study. Like, have they deleted it or something?
When they had the watermelon juice. So
Relative to what were they eating before?
don't fear fruit and fruit juice. If you find other sources of carbohydrates work better for you, that's great. This is what works for me.
Yeah, you don't need any carbs in the diet ever, especially.
What? You do? Yeah. If you want to eat carbohydrates, and yeah, go eat carbs. If you want to eat fat, go eat fat. I'm just saying this. Your workouts, they might probably suffer for a few days.
As an adult.
I've got some cucumber
Nothing wrong with carbs. I've been eating carbs for years.
here. Cucumber's a fruit.
And one could make the inference based on what we know with pathways such as the Randall cycle, with how excess blood glucose in the blood is reacting with proteins, binding to them, creating advanced glycation end products, causing systemic inflammation. From one could make the
I have not been inflamed.
inference, it is likely best not to be having hundreds of grams of glucose and fructose in the diet per day. And
What? You literally get glucose from here. Yeah, proteins are a source of gluconeogen. Wait, let me put this on the screen. Protein, gluconeogenesis. Yeah, proteins are a source of gluconeogenic substrates and can be pretty 42% of the increase in energy expenditure after the yeah pathway of protein metabolism. See, multiple sources, they go with my interpretation. You know, you yeah, like you eat meat, that's a ton of protein. You say, oh well, you don't need much glucose. You get glucose from protein, and you eat a lot of protein. So again, debunked.
and that our body prefers to use either fat or glucose for ATP. The Randall cycle explains this quite clearly.
Not a vegetable. Again, I'm not a huge
Makes
fan
no
of
sense
the
to do
leaves,
it.
the stems, the roots, the seeds of plants. I feel better without it. My autoimmune issues, which are eczema and asthma, are much better when I don't eat vegetables. But if you can eat vegetables, knock yourself out.
He, again, is not taking a firm stance.
So I got cucumber, mamoncino, as we call them in Costa Rica. They're also called rambutan, skirt steak, Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and orange juice that I squeeze myself.
Yes, it's a very
Parmigiano Reggiano is a good cheese. It has no lactose, so for the people that are lactose intolerant, you can tolerate this cheese, and it's. I mean, for me, look, it doesn't matter if it is grass fed. Sometimes it's not a big deal, but like in Italy, it's really strict. It's really strict. It's grass fed, so it will be more expensive than
very mixed and
other types of Italian cheeses.
non-ancestral diet. We're not adapted to this type of diet whatsoever. Our physiology is not adapted to tons of carbs and fats together. In fact, in nature, for the millions of years that we were eating 80% or more meats, we would never have had access to tons of sugars and fats together. The only food in nature with fat and sugar is milk. That's a very brief period of our natural diet.
Self.
Makeup is basically insecurity. Like you think you're not beautiful now. That's why you're doing it. You know, don't buy them. Don't buy these stupid products. You're beautiful. You're created by Allah. You're created by Allah. That's beautiful.
With
You're beautiful already. You don't need
some
makeup. You don't.
very low heavy metal.
These are just hybridized fruits that have way more sugar than they naturally would. Then you're squeezing it into a glass full of
So
sugar
so
without any fiber to slow the blood sugar spike, which actually probably would be beneficial in this case.
so
So you're just getting a big blood sugar spike.
so I literally drank pineapple juice 2 days ago. Nothing happened. Wow.
Lots of fructose and glucose causing glycation.
Wow. This guy.
An insulin spike, which is inherently inflammatory as well and aging.
Don't refute him, you know.
That's my lunch. I'll probably take a break this afternoon, do a little workout, go down to the skate ramp, skate. I might get on the slack line or something. All these.
Yeah, once your physical activity level goes down, you're going to really face the issues most likely with this amount of sugar.
Things I'll do in the
Because he
afternoon.
exercises so much.
Slow. And then around 5:30 or so is dinner time.
He's not gonna face any issues.
I will see you guys then. Okay.
Wow.
Unless Allah wills, of course.
Another like plant-based meal. Small portion of meat, huge jug of milk, huge jug of sugar, lots of fruit. Yeah, when his physical activity level goes down, ooh, he's going to be putting on a lot of adipose tissue. And it's inevitable. I mean, you can't be 80 years old doing 7 hours of exercise a day. Wow. How much sugar are we at today? Maybe 350 grams, 400 grams of sugar a day?
Dinner time. It started to
Wow.
rain in Costa Rica, which happens this time of the year. I've got some
I hear it.
I love
grass-fed
the rain.
ground beef. Ground beef is amazing.
Very calming.
It has a lot of collagenous parts of the animal in it, a lot of the stuff that's a
It is
little
amazing.
tougher, and it's super affordable. So I
Fatty
like
ground beef is
for
delicious,
collagen,
too.
and I like it because it's affordable. Again, grass-fed, grass-finished
That's
ground
great.
beef that I
This
actually
is
got at a
great, man. The meat's amazing and all, but dude, the amount of fruit juice you're drinking, bro, the citric acid's also gonna take a tax on your teeth eventually. 3 huge jugs of watermelon juice. I think it's been 2 huge glasses of orange juice, 2 huge jugs of milk. Then you put honey in the milk. I mean, oh my goodness, how much fructose can this guy eat? Listen, if you're gonna break the carnivore diet and add in fruit and milk or whatever, why did you have to make it the dominant part of the diet? Why not just add in one fruit with your large meal of meat? Not that would not be better, don't get me wrong. But why did you flip it on its head and go sugar based? It must just be the addiction. There's no way around it. It must just be the sugar addiction.
farmer's market
Wow.
here. I've got some raw liver, and I just
That's
do
an appropriate amount, yeah.
raw. I freeze it before. I trust the butcher.
Oh,
I
wait,
trust that
yeah.
the liver is high quality.
Ah, you're a
Always
pussy.
risk to eating anything raw, whether it's raw
You're a
milk
pussy, bro. I'd eat roadkill off the side of the road. Come on.
or raw organs.
You're a
But
pussy.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. Bro, don't be talking to him like that. He hasn't done anything wrong. You absolute clown. You insecure boy. Look at this guy's channel, man. It's literally looks maxing nonsense, just insecurity again. And his fans, like, they eat anything up. This is ridiculous.
I've never gotten sick from eating raw liver. Knock on wood.
Stop trying to
got some
appeal to the little pussy audience. Yes, you can eat fucking raw meat. It's not dangerous.
Stop appealing to... Dude. Bro, you're this is painful, man.
Truly.
Dragon fruit. That stuff is amazing. It's much more available here in the tropics,
He's crashing out. He's crashing.
and it's delicious.
Yeah.
And I've got
Sugar.
some more watermelon
Say
juice
He's crashing out.
this meal.
and raw milk with honey.
I think, okay, come on. I think anyone with a brain can see he cut down the meat way too low. Come on, man. Are we serious?
So he has milk. Like, and also be grateful again. He already had a ton of protein.
Come on, bro.
You don't need to. I don't think you need to do per pound of body weight.
Bro.
Delicious. And I've got some more watermelon juice and raw milk with honey. If you can't eat liver, if you don't have access to liver, or you don't
Wow, yeah.
want to eat
Wow.
liver, which you could also cook, by the way.
I'm disappointed.
Something like hardened soil supplements might be a great option for you.
Oh my god.
Desiccated, freeze-dried organs are pretty darn good if you're not going to
Are
do the
not necessary. You don't even need organs in the diet to begin with. And definitely don't do the supplements, please. It can be inferred people
There's nothing wrong with organs.
run into
Again, no sources.
heavy metal
No
And-
sources for his claims, bro. None.
mineral issues when they take these things in the supplement form. It seems to
None.
interact differently.
evidence.
Hypervitaminosis
Evidence.
and copper toxicity. Something
Zero-
about the structure
Zero evidence.
is changing when you try to put something into a pill form. Been a lot of reports actually from issues from his supplements specifically too, by the way.
thing, but getting organs
Not saying it's proven, just something to think about, okay?
in your life is a huge upgrade to your nutrition. If you look at things like chronometer, and I'm going to do a chronometer video follow-up to this whole what I eat in a day, where I show you guys the breakdown. I'll show you the micronutrients, the macros.
The chronometer is based on a bunch of RDAs of a lot of people who are put in a room and say, we need to make up a value for this. Let's look at non-science to create a value of the RDA of a molecule. Who cares about it? Stop stressing and worrying about that shit. Just eat natural food, you'll be good.
And even having a half an ounce of liver in your diet every day is going to improve things like copper, molybdenum.
You may need it because you've cut out so much of the meat, actually. Maybe you should eat more, really. Also, when you should probably replace this with beef heart, the muscle of beef heart. It's going to have more CRQ10.
No, he's gonna eat it. Yeah. Don't see. I can see he has a bad heart. I can see it. Just look at how this guy behaves himself. He has a bad heart, terrible heart. He has a bad heart.
More selenium and such in most cases. So you may need some seafood for more zinc. You're gonna run it.
Why does he need zinc? And also, I mean, yeah, this has zinc.
Into some
This
issues
has zinc. Why does he
this
need
diet.
more? This has sufficient zinc. This has zinc.
The raw milk, if it's good he's having like a lot of milk instead of more plant juice, because then he'd
Oh,
be
this is
really
also carbohydrates. It's good that he has raw milk, yet you're hating on carbs. So you just refute it yourself. Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, I hope I have to do no more debunking, right?
But
Biotin, vitamin A. It's a huge upgrade to your life having even a little bit of organs. A lot of days I'll add some heart as well, but
good,
you don't want to do
That's
that.
good, actually, in your
Do
case.
freeze-dried organs like heart and soil. Okay, so
Enough.
let me show you guys how I do liver.
With the ad, please.
I just take the raw piece in the mouth.
Oh, he doesn't like the taste of it. Yep, classic. If you don't like the taste of it, stop forcing yourself to eat it. It means it's a bad idea.
Down the hatch, just like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. I just feel like that's the easiest way to do it.
The easiest way to
I mean, you can still put other things in your mouth to make it tastier.
do it, implying it's hard to eat. Yep, brainwashed.
So cook it. When you like the taste, you can chew it. So that's my dinner.
So if you like the taste, kind of implying you don't like the taste, so why are you eating it?
That is how I'm going to end the
Foolish.
day. I'll
You don't
probably
need
eat
it.
dinner around 5:30 or something. I go to sleep pretty early because
Listen
I get up
to your body. It will tell you if you should eat liver. If it tastes bad, do not eat it. If it tastes really good, then you're showing a deficiency. Eat it. Trust yourself.
early to surf. I try and finish eating about 2 hours before I go to sleep, or 3. And yeah, ideally I'll be sharing my dinner with friends or family,
That's good.
community. In the
Nice.
afternoon between lunch and dinner, I might go down to the skate ramp. I might
More
spend
exercise?
some time working out and moving. If it's not pouring rain like it is right now, I'll watch the sunset after I eat dinner, or
Sounds
I'll
nice.
watch the end of the day, try to help us
Good,
out. I'll watch the sunset after.
Grounding, actually, there's a lot of evidence showing how great grounding is. It actually instantly lowers your blood pressure right when you start grounding. You get antioxidants from the earth, electrically being connected to your feet to the ground.
Yeah, it does low.
Very good, actually.
After I eat dinner,
Nice.
or I'll watch the end of the day, try to help the circadian rhythm get
Fruit, milk, honey. Wow, fruit-based meal.
Brilliant.
Yeah, guys, I must say I'm truly surprised by how much sugar this man eats. I really expected this to be animal-based, as he calls it.
I mean, it's not
Yes.
really animal. I mean, the honey is animal based, the milk is animal based, the cheese is animal based, the meat is.
Man, he's already
I don't know.
aging poorly with the skin, and we'll see that continuing unless he changes his ways, which I don't see happening.
Okay, we're just gonna go to the studies. It's a waste of time. What's this liver or yeah. Let's just search it up on Google. It's a waste of time. If your liver is no, they have low energy. Like we're gonna be showing it in the more yeah, your liver's not gonna work properly because fructose damages the liver, but the liver Actually does something else with fruit than with white sugar, brown sugar, corn syrup, all these stuff. The liver plays a vital role in managing the body's energy levels. Fatigue can happen if your liver isn't working properly. Some chemicals can build up in your body, making you feel tired. Your liver doesn't make the right chemicals in your body. Needs for your metabolism to work properly. Fatigue can also be caused by inflammation in the body and by some medicines. People with liver disease often have other chronic diseases as well, like heart disease, diabetes, or sleep problems that also cause fatigue. Poor sleep due to itching, pain, discomfort can also lead to tiredness and fatigue. They even quote the reference right here: importance of fatigue and its measurement in chronic liver disease. Here, right here, read this. This is sufficient evidence. You know, he ate fruit, he ate loads of fruit and beef and cheese. He felt amazing, right? Wait. Fructose leads to low energy. Energy. Yeah. Fructose has always been present in our diet. Yeah, no. Sugar is made out of 50%. Oh, let's read this first and then we're good. Fructose has always been present in our diet, but its consumption has increased markedly over the past 200 years. This is mainly due to the consumption of sucrose or high fructose corn syrup in industrial foods and beverages. Unlike glucose, fructose cannot be directly used as an energy source by all cells of the body and needs first to be converted into glucose, lactate, or fatty acids in the liver, intestine, and kidney. Because of this specific two-step metabolism, some energy is consumed in splanchnic organs to convert fructose into the associable body weight gain in large cohort studies. And fructose can certainly lead to energy imbalance, leading to obesity. In cohort studies. Yeah. So, you know, they're lying to you here. They're lying. Summary: fructose, fructose in fruit, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Fructose leads to of white sugar, high fructose corn syrup, that leads to the liver not working properly, which leads to low energy. Like if you watch it way back, if you watch my video way back, I provided references. I drank I dr- he drank like he consumed so many fruit juices, so many fruit. He felt amazing. So Face IQ, he's lying here. He's an arrogant guy. I dislike him. I dislike him. He always tells you like, "Oh, this meat is trash. This meat is this. This meat is that. This meat is that." Be grateful. It's nutrient dense, right? Stop. Stop with come to Islam. Your heart is gonna be purified. Yeah. Anyways, guys. I have to go now. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.